We all know how important sleep is to build more muscle, to burn more body fat, to recover faster, to get stronger, to overall everything in your life. The answer is usually sleep. To prevent injuries, to prevent diseases, to everything is sleep. That is the answer. Well, SUPPS was kind enough, if my camera would, there you go, kind enough to send me a bottle of their Night Shred sleep supplement. So I'm going to review this for you guys. I took this for 14 days and I'm going to report back with everything that I have. So first and foremost, I'm going to summarize. All of those ingredients have different benefits, but the main overall benefits that you want to be getting from them is going to be relaxation, less stress, helps you alleviate stress, fat burning, and sleep and recovery. That's the major benefit from it. So now I was super excited to try this because I'm an analytical guy. I track as much as I can. I get up in the morning, I take my weight, my body fat, I measure consistently, I take my blood pressure. I just love looking at those metrics. I use my Apple Watch for a lot of stuff, but I also use my Apple Watch for sleep. So I actually track the difference between using this and not using this. So I gave you guys, and I'm going to pop up some of this data here so you can see it. But I did a couple days before and a couple days after, and you could see the difference. Now, I'm going to pop that up so you guys can look at that on the side. It measures how deep I'm sleeping, the quality of the sleep, and my readiness for the next day. So basically, again, I wanted to see how much this actually made. So for me, I don't really have a problem falling asleep. Never really did. I have good sleep habits, but I don't have a problem falling asleep. But I do have a stressful job, a stressful life, you know, as do most people, right? But I have kids, I have a wife, I have a house. So there's always something going on. So for me, I was really looking forward to the benefits of seeing how, if this would change my sleep, if I would be more relaxed, and so on and so forth. So the dates from this experiment was July 31st, which it's still on here, so you could see that. July 31st to August 13th. Those were my days. So the results. There was no real change in my sleep patterns, right? Most of this, my readiness was the same. My sleep times were the same. I did have a day where I watched the fight, so I was up later. I got less sleep and things like that. But that's kind of equated in most of my sleep just because I track all this stuff anyway. So it kind of all averages out. But there was no real change, right? So does that mean that this doesn't work? Well, I want to give it a second and explain a little bit. So there's no real change, but I have good sleep habits. I go to bed the same time. I try to go to bed around the same time every day. I dim the lights. I sleep in a dark, cold room. There's a lot of things that I do to have good sleep habits. I try to put my phone away after a certain time. And you got to really start to adapt those things. I really don't have trouble falling asleep either. Some people have trouble falling asleep. So for me, what I noticed the most, and I would even say how people say dreams that you have, that also tells you if you're in a deeper sleep than others. I would say that's all pretty much consistent. Nothing really changed for me in that way. But the major benefits that I did see was I wasn't getting up in the middle of the night to pee. So that means that I was sleeping deeper. Even though the results didn't really show, I was sleeping deeper at night. So that's a good thing. That means that I was definitely, I wasn't getting up to pee. Normally you have to get up in the middle of the night to pee. I wasn't getting up to pee, so that was good. I stayed asleep a little bit longer. And just that interrupting sleep was really, it's just annoying, right? But it's something that happens naturally that you can do. The other thing was I was definitely more relaxed, for sure. I would take these 30 minutes before bed, and I was definitely way more relaxed. At night and right before I went to bed, I definitely felt myself more calm and relaxed. So I could see how this could help somebody who has a high stressed life calm down a little bit and just wind down a lot faster. That was one of the things. For me, it's very hard for me to wind down because I just have a lot going on. I always have a lot of ideas. So this was the first time I was able to actually wind down faster. So that's definitely a huge plus. And especially before bed, like I said, 30 minutes before bed, I took it and it just helped me wind down completely. Now, some of the cons. So this is supposed to, Night Shred is what it's called, right? So it's supposed to have a fat burning element to it. I am not in a calorie deficit right now. So I'm basically at maintenance. So I will not see a loss in this because my calories are here. Most supplements out there will tell you like, oh, you can burn fat if you take this. No supplement is going to help put you in a calorie deficit. In order to really get the most potential, in order to get the most potential out of this, you need to be in a calorie deficit. I was not in a calorie deficit, so hence it didn't help me in the fat burning department. But it just goes to show that no supplement can do what a diet is intended to do. So that's first and foremost. If you want to use this to help aid in your fat loss, I can see how this can work, because if you're pretty lean and you've been dieting for a long time, you do have trouble sleeping. So I can see where this can definitely help you to sleep deeper during those times that your body's awake. And it makes sense. The leaner you are, the hungrier you are, the more your body was trying to get you up to go out and get food. So this can definitely help you in that department for sure. Like I said, right now I'm in a calorie maintenance phase. I'm not trying to lose fat, I'm not trying to gain fat. So that's why everything is pretty steady, I would say. The other con was melatonin is something that makes you feel drowsy. Some people are very sensitive to it. I happen to be one of them. And melatonin makes you feel a little more groggy, kind of lasts throughout the night and into the morning. So I hated getting up in the morning and feeling still groggy. I didn't like that feeling at all. It takes you a little bit more to get up and at it in the morning. And I always find, like, for me, if I take melatonin at night around 8 o'clock, 8:30, even into the next day, into the afternoon, I still kind of feel like that groggy feeling, right? I don't like that. So that was one of the things I didn't like. But overall, this is not a fat burning supplement. I would say this is a fat burning aid that you should definitely be using when you're dieting to keep you asleep longer. But it's not a fat burner per se itself, but it will help you to relax before bed. It will help to calm you down. And if you do have trouble sleeping, this can definitely help you. All right. And I would love to see someone who has trouble sleeping, who has bad sleep scores, use this and track it, and you could see the difference in them. So again, if you guys want to pick this up, you can head on over to their website and pick up a bottle there to give it a shot yourself and see. But again, this is why I always tell everybody, you have to track the data with things. You got to know if things work and if things don't work. So like I said, I think this is a great supplement to add in when you're trying to burn body fat, especially as you're deeper stages into burning body fat, so you can sleep later, deeper. But overall, if you want something that's going to relax you, this is the way to go. All right, guys, until next time, this is Anthony, AB Fitness Center. If you want a free 6-week workout program, just click the links below and you'll find my free 6-week transformation program right down there. I'll catch you on the next one. If you enjoyed this, drop a like, a comment, and if you're looking for a coach and a nutritionist, visit our profile. We would love to help you out today.